Hello everyone, a very good afternoon to all of you. I hope I am audible and visible. Please confirm me on chat box. And for the online students, I welcome you all, and for the offline also, the online who have met me for the first time. So welcome everyone. By now, I'm hoping you all have your micro schedules with you. Right now, I want pen and paper in your hand because I'll be explaining you that what all we'll be covering in next 7 months. What will be the process? Why I told you that in the beginning start doing your MCQs and PYQs. Fine. So, shall I start? Everyone there? So told that strength. Yeah, Vaishnavi, we'll try our best. Don't worry. So let's see, hoping for the best that how many students we get for the PCC. Okay, so I'll keep on reading over here the chat box where you can interact with me, okay, wherever you have the doubt. And first, I'll try to explain you the reason behind all the courses, and then later on, what will be the micro schedule, how it will be carried forward, okay? Okay, so ideology almost every one of you are aware of because this is the orientation. So by now you all are aware of. I'll just have a quick, a discussion regarding that what and why you guys have joined Sambhav. Okay, so after talking to my almost more than a number of students, I have realized that either the reason is you guys don't have the basic conceptual understanding, or not enough practice, or not enough revision. By now you all must realize that I'm expecting that at least one round of studies of those references and NCERTs are done. I also know 90% of you have ignored the NCERT. How many of you before Sambhav have ignored the NCERT? Please tell me right now. How many of you have ignored the NCERT before Sambhav? Good. If you haven't, you are aware about the demand of UPSC. Let's refer to this year 2024 pre-question paper. We all knew elections are going to happen. Parliament, Speaker, Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, all are very important. But did you cover from NCERT? Because those questions were directly from there. Whether the question was on money bill, whether the question was on Speaker, whether the question was on Parliament. When we talk about geography, the student have the tendency to ignore geography for a while, especially the NCERTs or the reference, keeping in mind that only 2 to 4 questions will come, we'll handle it, cyclone pad jate hain, climatology we'll study, oceanography we'll study, and we'll crack it. But no, this is not the way how you go for UPSC with such kind of shortcuts, leaving medieval behind or directly switching to reference that we know the basics, why to study NCERT, directly go to it. No, we will have a balanced approach this year, and trust me, you'll see the difference in your preparation. A very balanced approach between understanding of conceptual understanding from your NCERTs, then reference readings, okay, practice from 3000 plus MCQs and revision from PYQs. This is your target which I have given to all of you till now, right? Because let's take an example and let me confirm you, even if you have thousands of knowledge right now, you won't be able to, yes? Okay, fine, good. So, you won't be able to crack more than maximum 20 to 25 questions from your knowledge. Maximum, I'm telling you. If you have thorough with everything, then only 20 questions, max to max 25 questions will be able to crack. Rest everything is like you have the understanding of these things, putting up logics, and then having the accuracy level and clearing the question. Okay. Let me give you an example. There was this year question on intangible, UNESCO heritage sites. Now you consider it as a question from art and culture, right? But was it actually an art and culture question? No, it belonged to current affair. So here we'll also be covering the interlink of GS and current affair. The reason you have got the subscription for current affair, every topper says, you know, highlight the keywords, you should know what are the keywords, you should have the interlinking between GS and current affair, you should know that how to, you know, be having a basic understanding of logics to use, you know, you should have the presence of mind. But everyone say these things, but how? So Sambhav is a solution for you all to how to deal with these things. As you all are aware, I'll be telling you subjective interlinking. Most probably in this lecture, if won't get too lengthy, I'll be discussing it today. You tell me you want it today or you want it later on in your personal mentorship, because you all are aware that Sambhav is having personal mentorship with me. So you want it today itself, the subjective interlinking? Okay, you give the reply. Till then, I will explain you this. So, like this year, the question was, we had the species question. Okay? From past 2 to 3 years, UPSC is doing this thing. They are giving you the species question. Like this year, the question was, cicada was there, and frog hopper was there, and I guess pond skaters was there. Now, pond skater, cicada, frog hopper. New names, I am sure one of the name you were not aware of. You don't have to be aware of all the species name. All you had to focus on the keyword, and the keyword was hopper. If you have been aware of this keyword, you would have quickly answered that no, it's an insect. So whether it's written over there amphibian, whatever it's written, you would have cracked the answer with the that it's an insect. So this is logic. This is logic. But logic how? Smart logic, picking up the right keyword. Okay, like the question was on Coriolis force. Agar NCERT hui hoti, you would have cracked the question. Okay, so as everyone is saying that ma'am today please discuss the subjective interlinking, so I'll be covering subjective interlinking with you all also. Okay, so before I go with the micro schedule, I'll cover over here the subjective interlinking also. Fine. So coming back to the question paper, I have explained you one example where GS and current affair is connected. I am giving you one example where keywords are very important to understand the demand of the question and the logics. Whosoever has taken offline mentorship from me, they are aware of the question that I gave you. The value of dollar is increasing. What would be the impact on rupee? Right? This is a application based question. This is an application based question. So do you think if you do not have this conceptual understanding, you will be able to crack the question? Do you think that? No. So what UPSC is doing, either directly from NCERT they are giving you the question, like, you know, direct statement, direct answer. Like for the question of Coriolis force, direct question, direct terms you had to answer. Okay? One more thing they are doing, they are giving you the whole definition, you have to tell what it is. This is the new pattern we can see in UPSC. Or they are giving you application based question. Okay? Application like dollar increasing, what would be the impact of Indian market? These are such kind of the application based question. So for that you need to have first understanding of what is the basics of inflation, what is employment, what is poverty, what is GDP, what is balance of payment. Then we'll switch to reference. In balance of payment also, imports impact, export impact, savings impact, purchasing power impact. We have to discuss everything to conclude that what would be the impact on Indian market. So do you see how hand in hand your NCERT and reference books would be covered? Okay, so therefore this approach which I am telling you to target this whole November and mid of December is very important. Okay, even in December we'll be going for these approaches only. While now, once we are done with all this, next applies the PRPs, the daily test. Now how you will do that, I'll come to that. Before that, we'll talk about the subjective interlink. Please everyone follow these things. First and foremost, polity. You have no excuse to go not for the NCERT and reference whether Sunya IAS 11 static revision books that you have with you right now as a part of Sambhav program. So either refer to that or Lakshmikant, your call, or XYZ, your notes, your call. I want all the information at one place. That all matters to me. Okay? Now you'll be doing reference, you will be doing NCERT. Okay? There is no shortcut to this thing. Don't come to me and tell me, ma'am, can we skip this? Can we skip that? No, you cannot skip anything. You have to cover these things. Okay? Because polity is something which covers more of static rather than current affairs. How it works? Election in news, questions on parliament and speaker, something related to elections, something related to party coming into like on ground level. Okay. Second is your economics. How you will be covering economics? Now, 1 second. Let me just take the questions also. Also let us know. How to link Brahmastra with Sambhav. I'm still studying for means in Brahmastra. Akanksha, don't worry about that. Okay. End of this lecture, please again mention this question of how to cover Brahmastra with Sambhav, so that the students who are done with the orientation, they can leave who are not part of Brahmastra. I'll take this question also. Okay. And ma'am, class में क्या NCERT cover नहीं होगा? When we will get the static books? Soon, if you have done your courier payments, it will be done soon, dispatched soon, or you will also get a call from our institute for the same. And ma'am, class में क्या NCERTs cover नहीं होगा? Look, the classes, Arambh, recorded classes of NCERT has already been given to you. Still, it's every faculty duty to pick up the basics, then the some important additional value things, and then covering the current affair also. So the PCC classes, prelims crash course classes that will happen in Jan is all about this only. But you cannot neglect reading of NCERT in this month. Okay, so don't always rely on everything on teachers. You have to first do your reading, and I will just give you the reason why I want the first readings from you all. Okay, so coming back to this in economics, look, one thing that I have seen student facing, that they don't understand the chapter only. They don't understand that what the concept is. So till the time in economics you do not convert the concept into your mother tongue, don't think you are done with the topic. Or if you are still struggling to convert it in your mother tongue and try to explain, because economics is a like simplest thing to explain to anyone through the daily life example. Through the daily life example. For example, right now I gave you the question on inflation that in the value of dollar is increasing. What would be the impact on Indian market? Matlab, what would be the impact on rupee? The moment I said dollar is increasing, that means rupee is depreciating. When you are putting this concept in your head, you will put the example suddenly that the rupee was 60. Now since dollar is increasing, it will go to 70. Now what would be the impact? And listen to my word, how we are understanding the keyword. I am asking the impact, not the cause. So if in question you have 4 statements where we have to tell, there would be one statement out of that as a cause, you have to talk about impact. The keyword over here is impact. Agar sirf, if only you underline the word inflation, you will never be able to correct the answer. Because your word over here is inflation with respect to impact. That's the keyword. So the moment you put the value from 60 to 70, you will be able to crack everything that inflation is increasing. When inflation is increasing, that your purchasing power is increasing or decreasing. महंगाई हो रही है, तो खर्चा, purchasing power will decrease. Then impact on employment, impact on national growth, impact on inflation का cover कर लिया. Then balance of payment, foreign reserves. The balance of payment में trades, import, export. What I am talking about? I am talking about the index of economics only. These only becomes your pointer, the impact on them. Understanding? So always study the chapter wise things. This will help you to crack the answer for means pointers also. Okay. In polity also, if you read constitutional and non-constitutional bodies as per the chapter, in line, you will be remembering, oh, in constitutional body I did this chapter, so they are constitutional body. Half of the time UPSC asks that this body is a statutory body, body is a constitutional body. Sometimes from index also you can crack the question. So always go in that serial order. Okay. Next thing, one you can do is this. Second, the application based questions in economics that are asked by UPSC, which are current oriented also and application based also. There what you will do, you will get into the shoes of either producer or manufacturer, industrialist, or in the consumer. Now think as a consumer. When I'm talking about the purchasing power, you'll think as a consumer. When I'm talking about balance of payments, exports and imports, you will think from the perspective of producer, manufacturer. Okay? Getting it? How to crack the points? अपने अंदर वो आत्मा ले आओ, producer और consumer वाली, and then think. You will definitely correct your. This is like tried and tested method to crack the economics question. Okay? So first, we from NCERT and reference will do our conceptual understanding. Then we'll use these exercise to have the right answer. Because my ultimate goal is to make you understand that how to increase your accuracy level, what keywords to pick up, how to understand the demand of the question, where we all get stuck. Are you able to understand everyone? I can see the chat box. Are you able to understand everyone what I'm saying? Okay. Now moving further, one second. Okay, next is your geography. In geography, particularly, let me talk about India and particularly physical geography, where we are covering mountains, we are covering ranges, we are covering rivers, weather, climatology, you can rather say, weather, climatology, or we can talk about soil, landforms. Okay, so how many of you have covered all this on map? Tell me. So this will crack your mapping skills also, this will crack your geography skills also, and this will also crack that how to attempt national parks questions. How many of you done the mapping? I guess I have given all of you, most of you, the homework of mapping. How many of you have done that? Good, Vikram, good. Good, everyone. I can see a good response. Look, I expect accountability from you all. I expect trust from you all. And please, whatever I'm telling you, do that. It is only for your benefit, Hana. Yes, done in last attempt. Good, Akansha. Okay. So once you are aware of all this, now tell me, everyone, from where Narmada River crosses? From which state Narmada River crosses? Tell me, everyone. From which state Narmada River crosses? जल्दी से. Yes, MP. ठीक है? We'll consider the state MP. How many from MP? How many of you from MP? Good. Okay, so we'll consider MP. Narmada River is crossing. We have done the mapping of rivers over here and the basins. Okay, rivers and basins. Okay, both you will do it. Now we are also covering the ranges. We are covering. Let's take the example Vindhya ranges. We are covering Satpura ranges. So north to Narmada River is Vindhya ranges. South to Narmada River is Satpura ranges. Now I give you the second exercise, and you all will do this. And in next mentorship, I want the on WhatsApp the photograph of all this. You will mark all the national parks on A3 size bordered map. You know, the only outlining that is there on bordered map, you will do the marking of national parks. Okay, sabko karna hai. This is like very, very important for you all to do it. Plus, You will underline all the tiger reserves with orange color. And elephant corridors with grey color. ठीक है? Underlining the national parks with orange color will be your tiger reserve. Underlining elephant corridor will be with the grey color. So when you will do this exercise, you will doing separately making a map of physical Indian map of all these things. Separately you are making political map for national parks. Am I clear? मैम पता नहीं है कैसे करूं. हो जाएगा, सब हो जाएगा, बस जितना बोल रही हूं उतना करते जाओ. ठीक है? Trust on me. So you will do these two separate things. The question comes, UPSC will ask, Narmada river crosses the heart of Pench National Park. Hypothetically, UPSC asks, Narmada river crosses the heart of Pench National Park. While doing this mapping, we marked National Park, Pench National Park over here. The moment you see the statement, you will be like, incorrect. This is the accuracy level with knowledge and logic. कि नहीं, मैंने मैपिंग में ये यहाँ करा था, I did marked over here. Narmada river is, or I asked that Vindhya ranges crosses the Pench National Park. You will again incorrect the question because you know the south of Narmada river is Satpura ranges. Are you getting it? Are you getting it? Yes, Akansha, I will explain you. Okay, I'll explain you. On the A3 size sheet, because it, you know, because the size of the space of the paper, take a bordered outlined political map where you will mark the national parks. Underline the national parks with the tiger reserve with orange color, elephant corridor with grey color. Okay. On the physical map, again on A3 size, you will mark all these things from the Indian physiology. Okay, all the physical map. Now I am telling you that when this river crosses, you are marking Narmada river crossing in MP. North of it is Vindhya, south of it is Satpura. Pench National Park is marked over here. So we are inculcating geography information with the environment information and cracking the question on national park. Because every year question on Ramsar sites, national park, UNESCO World Heritage sites are asked with respect to some kind of a state. Okay, state name is given or question will be north to south. है ना? ये सब crack हो जाएंगे इससे. Plus you are done with mapping also. So the smart work is saving time, gaining knowledge, and then applying logically at every question. Then only you will be able to increase your accuracy level. Okay? So you will be doing this exercise. Good to go? Everyone understood? Fine. So this is how you interlink geography with. Supposedly, the statement says, Manas is the tributary of Yamuna river. Since we have done this mapping, we know that Manas comes in Assam. We know that thing basin belongs to Brahmaputra. So of course it will be a tributary of Brahmaputra. You don't have to learn anything. Plus, Manas National Park, the other national parks of Assam, you remember their species. 99% of the species IUCN is endangered. So you will filter out the species whose IUCN is endangered. Then remember those species which are endemic. Like endemic to Nilgiri Biosphere Reserve. So you will remember Nilgiri Biosphere endemic is lion macaque-tailed monkeys. So what is its IUCN? Namdapha flying squirrel, endemic to Arunachal Pradesh. So this is how you filter the important species. You cannot remember thousands of species, right? But this is the way to remember. Tiger reserve का अपने को पता होगा IUCN. Elephant corridor का elephant का IUCN पता होगा because we are covering all these things. Can we make map on tablet itself? And also guys, get off from this habit of tablet. I'm telling you all. I hate this habit of tablet. You end of the day you have to write your means from paper and pen, right? So no tablets at all for everyone. This is like a thumb rule to my mentorship and for my mentees. No tablets. Okay. Coming back to this, once you will do this exercise and you will see the elephant corridor starting from northeast and going till south, you will see it makes actually an elephant trunk only. Why I am asking you to cover the elephant corridor? Gaj Yatra, सबने सुना है elephant corridor. Why I'm asking you to cover this? Because the question can come from Navegaon National Park. Elephants are relocating towards Sanjeevan National Park. Now you all are aware of that, you know, the elephant trunk is from this side, from east going towards south. So if even if the elephants, because this is the current affair news happening, even if from Navegaon National Park they are relocating somewhere, so they'll relocate around only, na? Elephants won't take a flight and go to Sanjeevan National Park, right? So they'll moving somewhere around this portion. So immediately you will incorrect the statement. Are you getting it, how to understand the demand of what UPSC is asking and what you were doing till now? My role is to, you know, fill that gap, fill that bridge. I mean, create that bridge to, so that you can cross that. Okay. So please understand all these things. This is what subjective interlinking, this is what, when we say that static current affair connectivity, when we say to use logic with your knowledge, all these things you have to do. Okay. Now, sorry. Next, economics done, all this done. Science and tech. Science and tech, the reference book of Sunya, out of those 11 revision books, that the reference book is enough from UPSC point of view for static. Okay, this book is enough, plus your current affairs that you will be covering thoroughly. So science and tech can be covered in this manner. Okay, so you please do this thing for the, specifically for the science and tech. What else we are left? Very important. Coming to history now. How many of you are facing in history the issue of timeline? How many of you are facing the issue of timeline? I guess 90% of you. Even if you are very good in history, 90% of you are facing the issue with the timelines, right? Okay, yeah. So I can see the chat box. It is that. So let's understand. Now the way you have made a thumb rule that first geography, then environment, you'll always study in this manner, okay? Similarly, for history, first you will do ancient, then you will do medieval, and if you all, especially my mentees, you all won't listen to in the, you know, the things that happen in market, medieval chhod jate hain, ek do question ki baat hai, no. Every 1 and 2nd question will matter to you. Okay, you never know your weak subject questions are maximum coming or your strong subject. You will cover everything, because this whole program is about making a balance of everything, knowing something about everything. Okay, so ancient, medieval, you will study this. Parallelly, you will study your art and culture topics, so that supposedly we are doing Indus Valley civilization, we are reading the patterns and everything, etc, etc. The moment we read all those points, and then from art and culture also we read the IVC, where they are talking about potteries. Okay? So you can skip those lines which you have covered over here. This will again save your time, because these months are important for you to cover for your mains and optional also. So this will save your time, and it will be covering you your 2 subjects simultaneously. And once you are done with ancient, coming to medieval, supposedly you are doing Mughals, है then about Mughals, their art, their structure, you know, the architecture, all this also we covered from art and culture. So this is how you will be covering this subject. Always parallel. Never do modern first and then ancient and medieval, because sometimes, again I'll talk about the index. You know that, you know, the chapter you are studying IVC, then you are going down, pre-Mauryan, then Gupta, then Harshvardha. You are doing like this. Sometimes what happened, you remember that this king particularly belongs to Gupta period, XYZ king belongs to pre-Mauryan era, this XYZ king belongs to Harsha era, then some Pallava era. What will happen if the question comes, this particular king is contemporary to this king, or in chronological order, in the ascending order, tell that which king belongs to, like, you know, in that particular era. Some questions like this come. You remember you studied pre-Mauryan era first and Harsha later, or Mauryan first and Harsha later, you will be able to crack that question, even if you don't remember the exact dates. Okay? Though try your best after every chapter, try to make your little timelines. Okay, try your best to do that. But of course, we have to be practical. There is a lot of pressure that day, a lot of information going on. So best is to go for in this format. Am I clear, everyone? You think it will be helpful for you all? Yes. Okay, so good. You all are agreeing with me. So, and this is a very practical method. You all can follow this, Hana. And after this, you will do your modern histories. Now, when you are doing your modern history, again, these timelines specifically for modern history, very important. Very important, because modern history altogether a very important subject, then the timelines are more important. Okay, so you should have sticky notes strict at the end. Don't wait for this, don't wait for, like, you know, don't go for like अच्छा summaries में तो सब कुछ लिखा ही हुआ है chapter के end में, we'll read that. No, you have to put a sticky note, make your short timelines, ठीक है, over there. You will do that. Okay, you will do that, you will do those timelines. Then once the whole modern history done, then stick, you know, put the A4 size in the landscape format, stick all the sheets and make the whole modern India timeline on your own, because you have made these shorter timelines. Okay, so you keep on revising those, because this is very important for particular the newspaper. Who was the founder of that particular newspaper magazine, have a separate one word done. ठीक है कि ये then if the missions like Ramakrishna mission and all, उनके लिए एक separate, keep it with you. The societies that were created, particularly name founder, name founder, name founder. ठीक है, so do it, these things. These things can be done in these months only. In Feb you will be under a lot of pressure after filling the form, you won't do all these things. ठीक है, now I hope you are clear with all this. Now coming to your IR. Now, what you will do in IR? Current affair, of course, important. Mapping, of course, important. Third very important thing for you all is that you will write down the organization name. Supposedly, we are writing WHO. You will make a map like this. Write down only and only the name of index or report. Like health related, supposedly malaria related report is there. Okay? Now inequality kills and inequality outlook index, two are there. What you will do, which covers inequality kills, which covers the inequality index, you will do it in the same manner for all the organization, UNDP, UNEP. You will do this exercise on A4 size sheet, so that you can add later on. Only the name. UPSC pre-point is only which organization belong to which report or index. बस मेंस के टाइम हम इधर ही pointers add कर लेंगे कुछ facts. But for now, you will only do this exercise. Okay? Am I clear to all of you? What you have to do? Ma'am, we will get the recording of this orientation. I'm not sure. Hoping you will get it, but I'm not sure yet. Ancient medieval sources, your revision books, or if you have already read something, but NCERTs, in no subject I will ask you to skip your NCERTs. Okay, coming back to this, you will do this thing, okay, mind mapping kind of a thing you all will do. World Bank, IMF, you will cover all this. Okay, now also remember, have a little historical background of all these organizations, so that we know, like IMF deals with the you know, more about the GDP and stuff, whereas we know the historical background of Bretton Woods conference. Okay, so we know that, you know, the World Bank covers poverty, employment, general, you know, the topics of what happens to the impact the growth of the economy. So somehow, sometimes from this also we crack the names for the reports and index. So have the little information about all, but this exercise you for sure have to cover. Okay, chalo, everything done? Anything left? Anyone, any subject left, or you are not, you want to get it clear from me? Please tell me. Ma'am, we have to write only the reports and index published by these institutions. Yes, yes, only the name, no extra information. Okay, now coming back to what we all were doing. So done with this thing, that practice revision. Now we will talk about our micro schedule, how it is created, how it will help you in your preparation. Now I have taught you that how you have to approach the subject and everything. So we'll understand how these programs will help you in that. Okay. So coming to the month of these next 1.5 months, our pillars will be same. Basic conceptual understanding. ठीक है. Pillar 2 of practice. Pillar 3 of revision. And we'll be covering all three: GS, paper 1, CSAT, paper 2, and current affairs. Okay? Now, understand. I have told you, you will be covering this from NCERT and reference using your 11 static revision books, or if you have read any other book, already you're an experienced candidate, you can go for that. But sometimes also in books, you know, there would be particular topic which you haven't covered well from there. Like supposedly the space technology is not very good section in your notes, so you can refer to the static revision notes. Okay. So this thing will be covered over here, plus includes the mapping. So for IR and geography, as I'm telling you, it is very important, the mapping. So you will be covering from here, from this book. Okay. Now over here, you will be doing 3000 plus MCQs. Plus for revisions, you have the PYQs, which will be 11 years. You will be getting the hard copy for these PYQs and 11 static revision books. ठीक है. अब इनको अप्रोच कैसे करना है? अब ये कॉन्सेप्ट समझ लो कि आपने इन चीजों को अप्रोच कैसे करना है. What you will do is, you will read in micro scheduling under the mentorship. You will be getting the topics like Polity 1.0 you are getting for historical background. I can see some questions. Wait, what about environment and ecology? Look, for environment, I have told you that once you are done with the geography, the basic, what is niche, what is the botany sections of the NCERT, you will cover as it is. ठीक है. Environment से ज़्यादातर question, the maximum questions come from species, national parks, है ना, or the mangroves. These are more current oriented, है ना. So when we'll be covering in your PRP test discussions would be there. Then in weekend you have prelims crash course classes. There these things would be covered. So don't worry about that. Okay. Am I clear, everyone? For current affairs, the PRP discussion that will happen on the first Saturday of your current affair test, that day I will explain you how to approach current affairs. Okay, there I will explain you specifically for current, because that will be again a very lengthy lecture. So there in the beginning only I'll explain you how to approach the current affairs. Fine. Till now just read the targets of the 40 pages that I have given to you. Okay, chalo. Coming back to this, in micro schedule, I am giving you Polity 1.0 to cover. Okay? It will be historical background and preamble. By now, I am hoping that all of you have already covered this. Okay? You have read from NCERT and the reference book, assuming जो भी आपने book अभी cover कर ली. Now, after reading from here, you will attempt the questions where the page numbers and question numbers I have mentioned in your micro schedules that have been given to you. It's a very detailed micro schedule. So over there, I have mentioned the 3000 MCQs and PYQs. You will attempt those questions from there. And once you attempt those questions, what will happen? The ones which are correct shows that you have the basic conceptual understanding, which is one of our important pillar for Sambhav program. What about, yeah, so I have explained this. Okay, coming back, you have been done. Now when you will be covering your model answers, the correct one, good, you are doing well. What about the incorrect one? How to approach these questions? So the ones which will be incorrect, in the model answer, two reasons will be there that it is incorrect. One will be that you don't have the conceptual understanding. Second will be that you were not familiar with the information, so the information is new to you. Same thing you will do for PYQs. What? Yes. Okay. So coming back to here, what is the, either the new information is there, that was the reason the question was incorrect, or there was no conceptual understanding. Now everyone write it down over there what you have to do. I won't repeat it. For conceptual understanding, because you lacked the conceptual understanding from these two sources and you incorrected the statement, So therefore, we'll be going for weak sheets. Okay, weak sheets. What are weak sheets? We'll make it subjective wise. On A4 size landscape format, A4 size sheet landscape format, you will draw 3 lines, 4 columns. Every subject will have one sheet. Now supposedly you cover preamble, but the moment question came that let's say secularism was added in 44th Amendment Act in the preamble. Now it's correct, incorrect. If you have incorrected, if the answer was incorrect for you, then what you will do? You will write down chapter name, preamble, topic, only amendments. That's it. You don't have to write the incorrect answer. Correct answer which was incorrected by you. Okay, you don't have to do that. You only have to write the preamble name and topic. Like you covered everything in judiciary, Supreme Court, High Court, lower court, magistrates, everything you covered. But the moment the question came, like this year the question came on writs of prohibition. The moment the question came, you incorrected the question. That means you don't have basic conceptual understanding, particularly in the chapter judiciary, topic, writs. Let me see. Okay, yeah. So chapter judiciary, topic, writs. So you will only do this exercise while covering this. So in next 1.5 months, what we are doing? We are fixing our sources while practicing. So this is the smart way to work on your strength and weakness together. Okay, so you will do this. Plus for new information, you will highlight these new information in the model answer, so that we don't have to pick now a new source to cover the information, like happens for the Buddhism, Jainism kind of chapters. We don't have to pick 4 or 5 sources. The one which is new information, and you keep it highlighted. So keep one highlighter color, any color that suits you. Keep that highlighter for next 7 months, only prelims oriented. The moment you see that color, you know that it belongs to prelims information. So for new information, you don't have to go to random YouTube videos, random stuff which will be floating in market from next month. You don't have to do that. We will stick to this for next 7 months, because for me, the same sources when revised, it gives you image memory. And sometimes this image memory also cracks your question. Okay? Agreed, everyone? Would it be counterproductive to attempt the questions first? Vikram, I didn't get you. Could you please explain me more about your question? I'm not getting what you're trying to say. Okay, you please explain me over here. Till then I'll cover this. So this is what you will do with respect to model answers. I want these week sheets. In next mentorship session on WhatsApp, you will send me these polity week sheets. Once you are done with the polity, you will ask me for the mentorship, and you all will be accountable for the mentorship, as I have told you. First one, my responsibility to give it to all of you. Second one is your responsibility to ping me, ma'am, please come, please contact us for the mentorship session. You will send me that. Abhi, I'll explain you later on how you have to make your daily targets also. So you'll send me the photos of that, plus this on WhatsApp, and then I'll take your mentorship session. Okay. Okay, now coming back, so this is how we will be going for our next 1 month, 1.5 month. Once we are done with this, now we have fixed our sources. Now from December, our PRP will start, right? PRP, your daily test, daily ranking will start. Okay, so in this PRP, the daily test, daily ranking, and everyone be aware, Sambhav students, you have to give the entrance test for this to whether get the offline discussion or not. Okay, so if you're part of Sambhav, though you don't have to pay the fees for next 4 months, but you have to give the entrance test to decide whether you'll get the test discussion online or offline. To have a more understanding of the concept, you can ask me later on. Okay, but till now, this just remember. So for PRP, the daily test, daily ranking will be done. So now these daily tests will be aligned to the targets that I have given you over here to cover. So every day you will have test. You cannot study everything all together, Hana, in one day. So the things which you will do previously in last 1.5 months, that will be applied over here. Reading the same things that you have marked, reading the model answers that you have been given over here, looking at the week sheet, okay, these were weak, so I will just with more stress I will read these topics, and then you will go and attempt the question in PRP. Now when you are attempting the question in PRP, so on question paper, again whatever is wrong you will write it down. Your week sheet is here. So this time if in judiciary on writs you are able to correct the question, you on your week sheet where you wrote chapter judiciary and writs, you will tick it. If not, leave it there. Leave it there. I will tell you now how later we'll use these week sheets. Okay. So your daily test, daily ranking will be done. Okay. Abhi I'm talking about only GS. I will tell you with respect to CSAT also and current affair also. Okay. So PRP, daily test, daily ranking will start. Okay. Now in Jan, you will be having prelims crash course. Okay. Prelims crash course. Now, here you are interacting with the faculty. Here on weekends, you will have your current affair classes. And Monday to Friday, you have your PRP. Sundays will be off. Thursdays, I will tell you how you will have the CSAT test. And on Saturdays, you will have current affair test, the discussion by me only. So make sure you attend that, because it won't be like ABCD correcting the option. It will be a proper discussion where sometimes you'll be taking the proper topic of national parks. There I'll giving you slides. I will like telling you again not to remember the points, how to remember things for the respect to national park, crops, what is the climatology, what will be the temperature, pH value of soil, then board, like tea board, coffee board, the questions have been asked by previously UPSC. So I will be explaining you everything there, okay? Like millets, wheat, cotton, rubber, tea, coffee, all these important topics we'll be covering. Okay? So those classes will not only on the 50 questions, there would be extra topics also that we'll be covering. Fine. So coming back to this, on Saturdays you'll have your current affair test. Okay, because before that in this target, you have got the subscription for current affairs, 40 pages, current affair magazine. Month wise your targets have been mentioned to cover the current affair also, and that will be there. Now also understand, till December I'm only asking 30 to 40% of your day for prelims preparation, but from Jan your 100% day will be given to prelims preparation, because I understand till December you have to cover your mains and optional also. So I have that thing in mind. Don't worry about only one slot of the day I'm asking for prelims, but from Jan your prelims crash course classes will be there, your PRP will be continued over here, plus prelims crash course classes. How you will utilize, you are interacting with the faculty. Now you have made the week sheet. Even after PRP, you know what are my weak points, so you will be more attentive in the class, whenever that topic will become okay. Yeah, writs apna weak reh gaya tha, let's cover, let's listen to the faculty, because nobody else would explain you better than the faculty standing over there and explaining you the topic. Week sheet I will explain you again later, because there is this time frame. So I will first cover every pointers and then I'll explain you. Fine. Attempting question first and then judging one's strength and studying the topics accordingly. No, you are studying the topic first, reading, because if you will attempt the question first, Vikram, since you have asked the question, if you will attempt the question first, then you are just wasting your time. First you have to read, attempt the question, and then understand that what you read, are you able to recall or not. One more reason, the first day you read chapter 1, the second day you read chapter 2, and if you don't attempt the MCQs, the third day you read chapter 3. You think that instead of every day doing your readings and then not doing the MCQ, at the end we'll do all the 400 polity questions together. No, on 15th day you will realize you don't remember what you read on the first day. So when you are reading chapter 1, 2 and attempting the MCQ, you are basically, while attempting the MCQ, recalling what you have read. Okay? So if you will do this exercise, you will never forget what you read on first day. Like on 15th day, you will never forget what you read on the first day. Okay, so coming back to this, so this is how we will use our prelims crash course classes. We know our weak points, concepts we'll cover there. Okay, understood. Now next, in February, so you see 1, 2, 3, 3 revisions of fixed, 3 readings, revision, practice, whatever you want to call, of fixed sources are done over here. So by Feb, you are ready for the full-length subjective test and full-length test, that is from Manthan, the 14 tests. You are ready to give them. Again, we'll be keep on working. So from here, I'll start understanding that whether you are understanding the demand of the question, the keyword of the question. Now we'll get into the practice of that. Knowledge is done 3 times. Applying with the logics, understanding the keyword, understanding the demand of the question. All this we'll be covering from February month and test series. Okay? Now 1, 2, 3, 4. Now in March, you will be having ruthless rapid revision, 8-hour revision of subject with the faculty. So over here, now again you're revising what you have read. Do you think after so many practices and revision you will forget anything? Please tell me. Do you think? This is what students of UPSC lack before prelims. Sometimes they don't get enough time for practice, sometimes they don't get enough time for revisions, and while doing all this, sometimes they forget to do their basics and they end up not clearing the exam. But we are working on all this under this program. Okay, so you're doing your ruthless rapid revision, then April and May, the beautiful program of bootcamp and reverse bootcamp, which will be taken by your super mentor, that will be Sugam sir for this program, where he'll be covering the topics, the important edge topics in that month, when he'll feel like, okay, this is more important from this subject related, practicing the questions, then making you revise the, from your sources. All that will happen because this is the most anxiety full months, where half of you will come to me, ma'am, should we give the exam or not? This will 400% happen, but that is because you will be so well prepared that you will be having those nervousness or anxiety. But we as a Sunya team is there to help you out with that also. Okay, so just hold our hand on things, trust us, be accountable to us, be regular. Now you don't have even a single day to waste. I'm expecting you are studying 10 to 12 hours every day. If not yet, keep increasing 1 hour and reach to 10 to 12 hours, because it is very important for you all. Okay, are you getting it? Okay, now coming to CSAT. So once the batch starts of Sambhav program, your CSAT batch also starts, right? You all are attending your CSAT classes thoroughly, everyone? 17 November से सौरभ, it's not, yeah, the English class, उसका क्या करूँ? आपके लिए सौरभ, for you, please wait, we will talk on call what you have to do for English. ठीक है? This is in general for the Sambhav program. For you, I will talk that for English how we will approach the things for you. Call me after this session, okay, on my number. Fine. So for CSAT batch will start. ठीक है? I have already started. So by the time you are coming with your Thursday's test, 70% to 80% of your CSAT is done. Now what you will be doing? You will be practicing. So basic conceptual understanding, pillar 2, practice. Practice from CSAT Pi test series, where you are having 12 sectional tests and 5 full length tests. So 12 sectional tests will start here. Every Thursday you will have the test of CSAT. Okay, and by Feb, where we are starting with the full length test under the Manthan, there only your full length test of CSAT will also start, because you are done with the conceptual understanding, you are done with the sectional test. Now time for revision of full length test. Plus in March, you will be on Saturdays in March, you will be having your 4 CSAT 500 sessions with the IIT and faculty team of Kuldeep sir and Sugam sir only. So there in those 500 questions will be discussed. Okay, like the question will be given, timer would be there, you'll solve it, and the faculty will solve that question on board in front of you. So such 4 sessions on Saturdays will happen for logical reasoning, quant, because for you, you have to understand the logic. We won't rush after learning the formulas, we'll understand the logics. Okay, so CSAT 500 session will happen. Then over here, current affair, you are doing the magazine the subscription that you are having. On Saturdays, you'll be having your PRP classes, then like the test of current affair. Then in PCC on weekends till April, you'll be having your current affair 40 plus hours, current affair proper crash course classes, where we will be also be again covering your topics. So because you have read over here, sometimes you might not be good in science or in economics. Particularly one subject is weak of every student, है ना? Okay, Ram, just give me a second. I will take your question. So over here, sort of the number where you connected me earlier, you will contact me there only after the session. Okay. So your current affair classes will happen till April. Yeah, let me read your question now. Ma'am, what would be when we get the recorded lectures of CSAT? Cause I missed yesterday's lecture. So the CSAT lectures, like it is happening today from 3 to 5. By tomorrow evening, it will be uploaded on your portals. Okay, so don't worry about that. So the classes are in hybrid mode, offline, live and recorded. So even if you're working, you're non-working, you have some optional classes, whatever, you'll still able to cover your course. Okay, don't worry about that, and come and tell me your issue. I'm here to solve your problem. Okay, now let's talk about the daily targets and the Sambhav diary that will be provided to all of you. Half of you must have got it also. So what you will do, let's take the example of today. What's the date today? I don't even remember. Yeah, so 10th of November. What you will do, okay, so you will write the today's date. You will write the today's date. You will make 4 columns on your diary. Okay, the one will be the targets. So a night before, write down all your targets that you have to cover for prelims. If you have your means and optional target, or you know, like I've told you to do the mapping, or told you to do the A3 size of, you know, national parks and all, you write it down over here. Here you will write down the backlogs. I am assuming every time they should be empty. You are listening to me carefully and you are covering your targets. But sometimes, you know, by not grace of God, you get ill, or you have to go to a very important wedding, or maybe prior to UPSC you have something else to do which should not be. So you will write down the backlog, or you slept for 1 hour extra. Then also you have to mention here that yes, I slept for 1 hour extra, because I think usually students have the tendency to study for 5 days very nicely, thoroughly, consistently for 12 hours. But then one day they won't study anything. So let's not do that. Don't be under pressure of studying for 14 hours for 5 days and then 2 days studying nothing. How many of you do that? How many of you do that? That, you know, 14, 15 hours we are studying for 5 days and then for 2 days dumping everything and studying nothing. Exactly. So see, I can see a lot of hands have been raised over here. So we don't have to do that. We'll study for 12 hours. We'll study for the amount that is enough to retain things. Yes, yes, yes. I know a lot of you will raise your hands. So we'll study for 12 hours, 10 to 12 hours. That is the feasible option, being a human to retain things. But we'll be consistent every day. We won't be under the pressure that we fall ill and then we're doing nothing and we are wasting our 1 week, because now it's a peak time. You cannot waste even a single day, even a single week, right? So you will write down the backlog over here. In bracket you will write down why you did have this, why you do have this backlog. And over here, if you have any doubts with me, so after 7 to 10 days, you will drop me a message on WhatsApp, sending me for online students. This is for online students. For offline, you will bring your diary to me. For online, you will drop me the message with your schedules of 7 to 10 days whenever it is feasible for you to take the mentorship call, and according to my time I'll give you a call. Okay, I will see and address your mentorship on these 2 columns. Okay, the backlogs and the doubts. Okay, for offline, you all are aware where you have to meet me in the Delhi main our main office in the mentorship room. You will come and meet me there, and with your diaries, and I will check everything. Okay, so you will be doing this. So offline or online, you have this to do the same thing. There won't be any, you know, I would say the inequality word, which is very common in your preparation. So everything will be very same. Okay, very much same. The same attentiveness to the online students that will be given to the offline. So don't feel anything like that. Okay, so 7 to 10 days you will give me a call and we will discuss this. Plus you will also send me the photos of your week sheets. If I have given you any homework like these mappings, A3 size, everything, you will keep on connecting with me. But you will be accountable to me after the first mentorship call. I won't run after you. You have to come to me, and trust me, you give me your words, you are accountable to me. You will get the response from me, and we will work hand in hand on this. Okay, so by Jan or Feb, even Sugam sir will get involved as your super mentor. He'll give you a lot of sessions with respect to prelims. So that's it, I guess. I hope everything is clear to all of you in this orientation session. Do you have any doubts? Where I can find the daily targets, the micro schedule that has been sent to you on WhatsApp, there you will find it. One has a means paper in December. Vikram, call me after this orientation session. We'll consider your point and we'll discuss the solution to your problem. Ghazala, we have already discussed. I have already given you the homework. So cover that. Meet me tomorrow in the office and we will discuss like that. No? Or 11th, as I've told you. Yeah. Okay. So everyone, I'll end up this orientation session. I hope you are clear with everything. And ma'am, Brahmastra student. Yeah. For the Brahmastra student, you will be aligned with separate things. You know, I'll be customizing things for you. And when you'll come contact me for the personal mentorship, there I'll be discuss how we'll be aligning Brahmastra and Sambhav together for you. Because yes, prelims is very important. So Sambhav is altogether very important. In Brahmastra, you are getting the test series for prelims and means both. So particularly for prelims, how to connect the Brahmastra with Sambhav, I'll be explaining you there in the personal mentorship session. Okay. So thank you very much, everyone. I hope you are clear with a lot of things. Thank you.